Saturday, June 6th on Accelerated Radio Network. This is Black Gold.
You are black gold, black gold. You are black gold.
I welcome you once again to the show where every week we celebrate all the great music and music makers who are part of, inspired by, and derived from the canon of great black music. Become a full or partial show sponsor of Black Gold on Accelerated Radio and let us carry your brand to a mature listening audience of Gen Xers and millennials with discriminating tastes, cultural pride, and an active desire to support and lift the black community. Find out on acceleratedradio.net how your sponsorship of our shows go to support the Accelerated Radio Academy, where the next generation of great radio producers and podcasters are being born. To become a sponsor of Black Gold or to become a community partner, reach out online, radioblackgold.com/sponsors, or by email at radioblackgold@gmail.com and become part of the show that celebrates all that is golden in all that is black. Happy Saturday to you. I am Tariq King, and I claim this weekend and I choose that all is well and getting better here, and I hope we can say the same for you. However, protests remain in the air, right? We got cities all over this country that are full of people in the streets right now rising up and saying enough, and so I'd be foolish to try to sit in the studio and act like that's not going on. So I want to talk to you about what's going on. I'd like to continue with some of the ideas we scratched last week with Hakeem and Taj, and I got some protest songs for you. The protest songs you need to get through the day, but I need you to call me. So it's Protest Day on Black Gold. Let's go.
You are black gold, black gold. You are black gold. You are black gold, black gold. You are black gold. You are.
Thank you, Esperanza, wherever you are. Okay, so let's talk about what happened this week. Protests, memorials, sadness, intensity, a lot happening. As I say, I hope everyone is doing well. We are in for a long, hot summer. The plan today was to kind of come in here and celebrate the birthday of a real music great, because that's what we're supposed to be on Black Gold. But we have to, in the name of history, acknowledge this moment that's happening right now and the young voices that are leading it. So if you haven't heard, I think the first music you should hear this week is the speech from Tamika Mallory that she made in Minneapolis on May 29th. Check her out, Tamika Mallory.
Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. What is happening in America is that white nationalism ideology is running wild. And the reason why buildings are burning is because this city, this state, would prefer preserving that white nationalism and that white supremacist mindset over arresting, charging, and helping to convict 4 officers who killed a black man. That is the reality of what we're dealing with. This is not just a few cops doing things across the country. This is not a good cop versus bad cop situation. This is Ahmaud Arbery being shot down by white men on the streets of Georgia. Breonna Taylor being killed in her home. This is in New York City, where we were until freedom. We were just in New York fighting the police officers who, in the name of social distancing, were damn near killing black young people on our streets. This is a coordinated activity happening across this nation. And so we are in a state of emergency. Black people are dying in a state of emergency. Look at this as an isolated incident. The reason why buildings are burning are not just for our brother George Floyd. They're burning down because people here in Minnesota are saying to people in New York, to people in California, to people in Memphis, to people all across this nation, enough is enough. And we are not responsible for the mental illness that has been inflicted upon our people by the American government, institutions, and those people who are in positions of power. I don't give a damn if they burn down Target. Because Target should be on the streets with us, calling for the justice that our people deserve. Where was AutoZone at the time when Philando Castile was shot in a car, which is what they actually represent? Where were they? So if you are not coming to the people's defense, then don't challenge us when young people and other people who are frustrated and instigated by the people you pay. You are paying instigated to be among our people out here, throwing rocks, breaking windows, and burning down buildings. And so young people are responding to that. They are enraged, and there's an easy way to stop it. Arrest the cops. Charge the cops. Charge all the cops. Not just some of them, not just here in Minneapolis. Charge them in every city across America where our people are being murdered. Charge them everywhere. That's the bottom line. Charge the cops. Do your job. Do what you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. Woo! We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you. So if you want us to do better, then damn it, you do better.
Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep yourself respect your manly pride. Get yourself in gear. Keep your stride. Never mind your fears. Brighter days will soon be here. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Yeah. keep growing, growing on. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Hey, just wait and see, someday we'll all be free. Yeah. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. It won't be long. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free.
All right. He said that in 1978. 1978, someday we'll all be free, and that would be the man Donny Hathaway. You know, it's interesting. Donny Hathaway is such an important musical figure. Hopefully we'll be able to spend time. Donny Hathaway was born in October. His birthday is actually October 1st, and hopefully we'll be able to spend some time in October with Donny Hathaway and talking about and celebrating Donny Hathaway. But I got to tell you, it looks like, we have to figure out a way to thread this needle here, because it's very, very, very hard to stay on the agenda of simply celebrating black music when you have all this happening in the streets. Now, let me bring this in here. I want to send love to everybody who's out there on the front line and who's protesting, putting their bodies on the line. I'm not going to do it today because we're going to get out of here a little bit late, but tomorrow for the protest, I know I'm going to be out there. I got some cold water. I got it on ice, and I'm going to be out there making sure that everybody stays nourished, and I got some masks and everything. And if you can do what you can do to support the people who are out there on the front line, it's, standing up for everyone's civil liberties, then I recommend that you do that in some shape, form, or fashion. But I've been listening to Iyanla Vanzant every morning, and she said that it's okay to let the young people take the baton, and that the elders should stay home. And she said, by elders, and I want y'all to listen to me, she said, by elders, she means everybody over 35. Okay? So, if you are old enough to have an 18-year-old, you are an elder. Stay your ass at home and support in what way you can. I've decided that there are a couple of different ways that I'm going to be able to do this, because if I get out there, there's a couple things. Don't know if my body would hold up to all of that. And then also, I don't know if my temperament would hold up to all that. I might be out there making things worse, and we don't need that, right? Because, I have work to do. So, but what I am going to do is I want to use this platform to further move forward some of the ideas that have been entering my mind. And that if you were able to listen to us last week, and thank you to all the new listeners, by the way, I hope you've come back, and I hope that you enjoyed my conversation with Hakeem, and we were later joined by Taj of the Boys, now Sons of Light. I hope to talk to those guys again in the very, very, very near future, because they brought some ideas that I want to really explore. I think I really agree with Hakeem when Hakeem said, I don't know if he said this on the show or just to me, but he said you have three choices, really. You can negotiate and try to persuade your oppressor and work with these laws and so forth. And there is certainly the viewpoint that our ancestors are owed that victory, right? So there's that path. And then there's the other path that a lot of people seem to be itching for, of all stripes. And that is just going ahead and fight this civil war all over again. See, I'm trying not to get marked explicit because of anything that I say. I can't help the music. But, all right, so we can try to do this civil war thing again. See how that goes. And then the third option, according to Hakeem, is we can get out of the way. We can simply get out of the way. You can recognize yourself as a privileged somewhat, and if, I wouldn't say privileged, because that word has bad connotations now. So let's say that you are in a somewhat strategically advantageous position to take advantage of your citizenry of the world, especially if you hold the American passport, like Hakeem was saying last week. If you didn't see last week, check back. But what I'm going to do to support this is I want to continue the discussion, so I would like to have those guys back, but I also know that I'm going to put my little fingers to work this week. And ever since last week's show, Hakeem has been posting, and thank you, Hakeem, has been posting a lot of resources for Black Americans who may be considering broadening your horizons in terms of your citizenship and all of that. So I'm going to not so much prepare content, but I'm going to aggregate content. We got three choices: negotiate and organize, fight, and or get out of the way. I'm going to help organize and aggregate information for two of those three choices. I'm not going to help you with the Civil War. You will need to go to another website for that. But in the coming days, stay in touch with us. Join our text thing. And then you have to text Black Gold to, what is it? You have to text Black Gold to 3966. It's on the website, but radioblackgold.com. Stay in touch with us. Sign up for the mailing list because we're going to do some significant updates, and I'm going to post something called the Freedom Project, where I will be aggregating all the information, all the different tactical strategies, the different petitions, the different initiatives happening on a 50-state basis for those who want to negotiate. And then for those who want to leave, I will be sharing a lot of the resources that I've gotten from Hakeem and a lot of other sources, so you can explore your horizons, because it's a big world out there, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, you do have choices. You know, I'm not suggesting anyone cut and run, so don't at me, but you do have choices. So to that end, I've been asking what I can do. That's what I can do that won't get, you know, me or anybody else in too much trouble, and my lawyers have just had enough. So really, let's just not have me at protests. That's what I'm going to do. And then what can the other artists do? If you watch the George Floyd Memorial, you notice that Al Sharpton posted a lot. He mentioned a lot of shout outs to celebrities who've been giving donations. Floyd Mayweather did a very classy thing for once and paid for the funeral of George Floyd. A lot of people, Bruno Mars made some big contributions. I'll pull up a list after some music, but there's a lot of things that they can do. So there are a lot of donations, but then there's also expressions in the art, right? Protest art, protest music. We've been good at that, from Sam Cooke to James Brown to Marvin Gaye to Gil Scott-Heron to Michael Jackson. It's what we do, and lots of artists are coming through in this moment. So I want to shine a light on what's out there a little bit more than a change is going to come, although that surely has its place, right? So there's some new things. I want to bring out some new things. We got some protest music, and this one is a little bit, this one hits hard, and this is actually a recent release from Usher. It's featuring Nas and BB Borelli. They put this out last October on Tidal, and it speaks to the moment. So if you feel like you need something to kind of help you put this into catharsis, listen to these lyrics, and I'm probably going to get marked explicit just for playing this one, but it's all right because it's real. So it's called Chains, and this is Usher with Nas.
I'ma get mine, you should get yours too. Shoot. Men and boys always shoot.
American dream, American men too. Shooting. Watch them boys always shoot. And I am so tired of being insecure. So tired of, I've had enough running. To sum it up, don't give a fuck. I had enough, don't give a fuck, no. Light it on fire. I had enough running. You act like a chain, tryna put me in chains. Don't act like you're saving us, it's the same. Man, I'm like I made it up, you blaming us. You keep it 100, you gave the name to us. Nigga, we still in chains, we still in chains. We still in chains, we still in chains, we still in chains, we still in chains, we still in chains. You put the shame on us, nah, shame on us, nah, shame on us, Moment of silence. American school, now we in church too. Shooting, we to pray, always shoot. I'ma be trail, you should be trail too. Shooting name of God, only time we just shoot. And I am so tired of being insecure. To sum it up, don't give a fuck. Light it on fire. Yeah. Yo, check. I am Sugar Ray Robinson, Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois. I'm the modern one, yelling at senators, presidents, congressmen. We got a problem that needs some acknowledgement. I am no prison commodity, not just a body you throw in the cell for any reason, just to bother me, just for your quota. So it's rest in peace of Sean Bell. Sleep in peace, every Ghana, every street, every corner. Conspiracy, new order. I spoke to Tamir Rice's mama, she told me be strong. It won't be long till it's justice. They wanna vote for refuse the discussion on how certain cops face shooters for nothing. Revolution is coming.
You want like a change.
The land of opportunity.
Put me in change.
The land of unity.
The land like you saving us.
Brotherhood, trust.
Instead of saying,
America.
man, I like I made it up. You blaming us. Because you did 100, y'all paid and named us.
Nigga.
You feeling change.
I said, what up, my nigga?
You feeling change. You feeling change. You feeling change. You see these shades. I can see the difference from how it used to be. Oh, change.
The artists are coming through. And listen to what LL Cool J had for us. In what, about a week ago, right? He dropped this, I think. Now that was beautifully produced, but you don't need all that music to say what you gotta say. And listen to what LL Cool J had for us.
You had your knees on our necks. A garden of evil with no seeds of respect. In America's mirror, all she sees is regret. Instead of letting blood live, they begging for bloodlet. Revenge is a dish that's served on platelets. Transfusion of confusion, abusing our intellect. I can't be bought with a $1,200 check, even though $1,200 can make a meal stretch. My mama wasn't rich, but she earned my respect. She made a little bit of money for a lot of blood, tears, and sweat. Jumping up and down on police cars, I'm vexed. After Chauvin killed George Floyd, we got next. Molotov cocktails, anarchy on the set. The rich took the loot, so now we loot shit. Feeling like a caged tiger that's whipped to do tricks. That's why I started fires and yelled and threw bricks. They tried to run me over and arrest me and shit. Tase pepper spray and engage with the kid. They ran up in the state house with them AKs quick. But let a try and do that white boy shit. Won't be no rubber bullets ricocheting off ribs. But the white supremacists go in the cops' faces spit. Try to barbecue, Becky call the cops on the kid. Hoping and praying it'd be some Emmett Till shit. Sandra wasn't bland, they hated Mike cause he brown. Trayvon should have had an Aston Martin riding around. Amadou Diallo, it's way too many to follow. Vato, how much of my pride I gotta swallow? God only knows how deep this plan goes. I was dealing with this shit as a teen in Kangos. Harassed by cops, word to my ancestors' souls. And watching that man die slow left a hole. He cried for his mama as the murder unfold. If it wasn't for them phones, Chauvin would be at home. Feeling justified because of George's skin tone. I'm telling it to those with melanin, you're not alone. The new Malcolm, Martin, and Marcuses are now grown. America's a graveyard full of black men's bones. And I ain't got to tell you that Breonna Taylor got slayed in her own home. Had they lived, Sean could have rocked bells. Eric could have garnered attention. Beyond the t-shirts and obituary mentions. Oscar could have been counting grants. Tamir could have went to Rice. They owed them cops nothing, but all of them paid the price. So yeah, you right. We should protect our Second Amendment rights. Because in a second, a dirty cop can kick the door in at night. A 2-for-2 finna life for life. We refuse to live in hell while you living in paradise. Being black in America's like rolling a pair of dice. But the stakes are way higher, you gambling with my life. Black lives matter. Forever.
And all that it has to offer. But what is a man that doesn't help another man in need? There goes another child alone. The streets happen to be his home. He begs you for your spare change. But you keep walking in your fear, ignoring his stainless tears, walking in the land we call the land of the free, and the home of the brave. Yes, only the strong can survive. Yeah, got to be strong to stay alive. Diddle diddly. Well, didn't you know that I'm a part of you? Didn't you know I need you to help me through? Please, my brother, don't turn your back on me. And when I am down and when I look around, will you be there with love, showing me you care? Then we'll rid the chains that bind me in the land we call the land of the free. Yeah. And the home of the brave. Yeah. Only the strong can survive. Got to be strong to stay alive. Yeah. Little diddly. Bum diddly to land, oh, but they get baby bum bee, bleed diddly, bum diddly do diddly da, oh diddly bum diddly do diddly do die so diddly dee. Zoodloodidly die, zoodloodidly up, seedloodidly die, you-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, seedloodidly die, up-get-get-the-up-did-dee, lead-loodidly-do-do-do-dee-da-bum-de-get-lead-do-die, lead-bye-bye.
That's Lettucey. Now that one you don't hear every day. Lettucey, Lettucey, Lettucey. We love Lettucey. Land of the Free from her collector's album CD she put out probably in 99, 98 or so. And if you can find it, the CD's called Feeling Orange but Blue sometime, and that's Land of the Free. She made that 20 years ago, and it's still just as relevant today. All right, so we got to open up the phone lines now, right? Because I want you to give us a call. We got all these protest songs. We got things to talk about, and then we do have one birthday to acknowledge before we get out of here. But I want to talk to you. I want you to call me, tell me how you doing, what you doing. Have you gone to any protests? Have you supported any protests? Anything on your heart that you just want to share? our phone lines are open, and we know y'all listening. So give us a call, 310-910-9676, extension 1. That's 310-910-9676, extension 1. There's all kinds of topics in the air. There is, oh my goodness, there's protest, there's voting, there's repatriation, there's all these topics in the air. And then, of course, there's always, tell me what kind of music will get you through this moment. So we want to move on to, there are a couple of other protest songs. As I mentioned, like I think of a protest song, I think about We Shall Overcome, or, all of that good stuff. Somebody asked me, are you going to play Sam Cooke, A Change Is Going to Come? I said, if absolutely nobody calls me, because we all know that one, but there are some really great ones that have been made by contemporary artists. Black Gold, that's just the same, and I want to shine a light on those people. For example, a young lady by the name of Rhiannon Giddens. Rhiannon Giddens made a song. The song is called Cry No More, and she actually made this song as a artistic response to the shooting that happened at the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, the 2005 shooting. So this was actually a song from a video, and they did this video in a single take. And what she said at the time, she said that it was just that event was just the latest in a string of events that had broken her heart. And so there's just a lot of things that have to be fixed in this country, she says. But if we don't address this canker, she called it, this canker that's been centuries in the making, these things will continue to happen. So no matter what level of privilege you have, when the system is broken, everybody loses, and we all have to speak up when injustice happens, no matter what, no matter whether it directly affects you or someone you love, or whether it's just something that you watch on television. I love it when they go on television. They say, I can't believe, or they go on social media and they say, oh my God, it's happening 3 blocks from my house. It's like, okay, so reality TV is not so much fun when it gets really, really, really real and really close to you, huh? That's just food for thought. But anyway, Rhiannon Giddens made a lovely, lovely, lovely track. It's called Cry No More, and I want to share this one, Protest Songs. Cry No More.
First they stole our bodies,
I can't cry no more.
Then they stole our sons,
I can't cry no more.
Then they stole our God,
I can't cry no more.
And gave us new ones,
I can't cry no more.
Then they stole our beauty,
I can't cry no more.
The comfort in our skin,
I can't cry no more.
And then they gave us duty,
I can't cry no more.
And then they gave us sin,
I can't cry no more.
And then came generations that helped to build this land.
I can't cry no more.
The bedrock of the nation
no
was laid with these brown hands.
I can't cry no more.
The solace of a people was found with that new God.
I can't cry no more.
And many peaceful steeples
I can't cry no more.
would guard the road we trod.
I can't cry no more.
And then they stole our solace,
I can't cry no more.
and then they stole our peace.
I can't cry no more.
With countless acts of malice and hatred without cease.
I can't cry no more.
A foul and dirty river runs through this sacred land.
I can't cry no more.
With every act of terror,
I can't cry no more.
they tell us where we stand.
I can't cry no more.
500 years of poison,
I can't cry no more.
500 years of grief,
I can't cry no more.
500 years of reason
can't cry no more.
to weep with disbelief.
I can't cry no more.
The legacy is mighty.
We can't cry no more.
We can't carry this alone.
We can't cry no more.
You have to help us fight it.
can't cry no more.
Then together we'll be home.
We can't cry no more.
Then together we'll be home.
We can't cry no more.
Then together we'll be home.
We can't cry no more.
Rhiannon Giddens, Cry No More. That is just stark and beautiful, and we love that. So, protest songs, are they? We got anybody on the line? They're not even calling us. See, whenever we ask a tricky question, I don't want to. Don't. It's not. Oh, what's your favorite Luther Vandross song? Right? Then we can't. We got to fight them off. Right? We got like 20 calls. But it's okay. I got you. I got your protest song. So a couple of years ago, actually, another one that came on was what was this in reaction to? This was, I think, here it is, Alton Sterling, Baton Rouge. Remember that one, right? Shortly after Alton Sterling, there was the killing of Philando Castile, also in Minneapolis or in the Minneapolis area. And in response to that one, you may or may not know, I heard this and I was moved by it. I listened to it again this morning and I actually thought, like, yeah, you know, it's surprising. It's what's the word? Deceptively deep. Sounds light, but you should listen really close to what's happening in this one. So Miguel made a song, and I believe this is, I don't even think he actually commercially released it, but he was in London, and he wrote it in his hotel room, said he wrote it between the hours of 4 and 7 a.m. when he just passed out, and he put it up on SoundCloud. So he wrote a song that I think a lot of us are asking. It's a song addressing a question, that I think a lot of us are asking. How many lives? Now, we won't even get there, but Miguel is credible on the subject. So the song is called How Many Lives, and check it out.
I cannot sleep. I cannot rest. I cannot dream. I cannot stay silent. I feel a violence in myself. I feel a violence in myself. I'm tired of human lives turned into hashtags and prayer hands. I'm tired of watching these murderers get off while we bury the lost love. Innocent brothers and sisters, it's time to wake up, wake up, wake up. Brothers and sisters, it's time to say something, do something, make them. I wonder how many black lives, how many black lives, how many heartbeats turned into flat lines. Oh. How many black lives, how many black lives does it take to wake a change? Does it take to wake a change? Does it take to wake a change? We can't let them die in vain. Will it take to wake a change? I cannot wait and be quiet. Oh, change does not come for the silent. I'm tired of excuses for all of these injustices. I'm tired of all the pain, I'm tired of being afraid. I'm tired of all the things, I'm tired of all I can say. I'm tired of the blood and all I'm saying, Lord, man. Brothers and sisters, it's time to wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, it's time to say something, do something, make them. Oh, how many black lives, how many black lives, how many heartbeats turned into flat lines. Oh. How many black lives, how many black lives does it take to wake a change? Does it take to wake a change?
How many? How many?
Does it take to wake a change?
That's Miguel.
Let them die in vain. Will it take to wake a change?
All right. We want y'all to call us 310 910-9676 extension 1, especially New York. I see y'all on Facebook Live, so I know you're watching. And those of you in New York, I've been concerned about what I've been seeing over there, so I want to make sure I send this one out to you. Get your adrenaline up and make sure you get back out in them streets.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Stand clear, done man attack. You can't stand where I stand, you can't walk where I walk. Watch out, we run New York. Policeman come, we bust them out the park. I know this for a fact. You don't like how I act. You claim I'm selling crack. Will you be doing that? I'd rather say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be your officer, you wicked overseer. You hot shot, wanna get props and be a savior. First show a little respect, change your behavior. Change your attitude, change your plan. There could never really be justice or stolen land. Are you really for peace and equality? Or when my car's hooked up, you know you wanna follow me. Your laws are minimal, cause you won't even think about looking at the real criminal. This has got to cease, cause we be getting hyped to the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Now here's a little truth. Open up your eye while you're checking out the boombox. Check the exercise. Take the word overseer like a sample. Repeat it very quickly and approve, for example. Overseer, 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 officer, 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 officer. Yeah, officer from overseer. You need a little clarity? Check the similarity. The overseer rode around the plantation. The officer is on patrol in our nation. The overseer could stop you what you're doing. The officer will pull you over just when he's pursuing. The overseer had the right to get ill. And if you fought back, the overseer had the right to kill. The officer has the right to arrest. And if you fight back, they put a hole in your chest. They both ride horses. After 400 years, I've got no choices. The police, them have a little gun. So when I'm on the streets, I walk around with a bigger one. I hear it all day, just so they can run the light and be upon their way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Check out the message in a rough styling. The real criminal are the COP. You check for undercover and they want DG. But just got me a black man, they want check me. Them check out me dark or it shine like the sun. But them jealous and them vex got them can't afford one. Black people still slaves up to today. But the black police officer, let's see it that way. He wants him salary, he wants it, so he put on a badge and kill people for it. My grandfather had to deal with the cops. My great-grandfather dealt with the cops. My great-grandfather had to deal with the cops. And then my great-great-great-great, when it's gonna stop? That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
That's a different kind of anthem. But New York, I want y'all to stay strong because I saw the NYPD out there and they are showing out. And that's one approach. Here's another approach. Just take this minute to breathe and remember that, ladies and gentlemen, we tell you every week that you are black gold, right? Millennials, Gen Xers, young, gifted, and black, all the same. So let's share this one with Nina Simone. Situate and remember who you are, young, gifted, and black.
world, you know, there's a million boys and girls who are young, gifted, and black, and that's a fact. We must begin to tell our young. There's a world waiting for you. Yours is the quest that's just begun. When you're feeling real low, yeah, there's a great truth that you should know. When you're young, gifted, and black, your soul's intact. How to be young, gifted, and black. Oh, how I've longed to know the truth. There are times when I look back and I am haunted by my youth. But my joy of today is that we can all be proud to say, to be young, gifted, and black is where it's at. It's where it's at. It's where it's at. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will.
All right, let's keep the faith. Ladies and gentlemen, stay out on the front lines. Stand up for what you believe in. You know, do what you can to support those that are out there. And above all else, while you're doing all these things, please do be careful. COVID-19 is still with us. Come on, let's talk about it, Rashid. So, because in the midst of all this, right, like the last couple of months have been all about this pandemic, and we've not had much mention of it. So, Rashid, you got some numbers for me.
All right, so in New York, we have over 948 new cases.
In the last
day.
948 in the last day. What's that one that says California?
California, we had plus 2,331 new cases.
In the last day since we've been opening up. I also see there are protests in all the 50 states. Wait, I see another one. Scroll down there a little. I want to see that one. That other one that's 4 figures right there under Pennsylvania. Which one is that?
Texas, that would be 1,171. Then you got Florida, that's 1,270. In
the last 24 hours. If you're going to go out there and protest, please wear your mask. Please wear your gloves. Please take your hand sanitizer. Please don't act like this ain't real, because it is. You know, I think it was just 7 days ago that we had the 100,000 mark, right?
Yeah.
Where are we now?
As far as, let's see now.
Total deaths.
We are at 112,048.
So that means that while we've been doing all this arguing and protesting, worthy arguing, important protesting, an additional 12,000 just kind of died under the radar. That's what I'm hearing here. Am I analyzing this correctly?
Correct. And then you got North Carolina with 1,423.
North Carolina up 1,423, and that's where your boy wants to bring his convention. So these are crazy times, you know. What you got?
But to bring a light side to this, you know.
Please do, because I don't have it. You know, I don't want to be here right now, right?
Right.
I done told you about that.
Right, because though we have close to over 2 million cases of COVID-19, we have over 746,976 actually make a recovery.
All right, so that math doesn't work out, right? Because you got, well, I guess, I don't know, I guess that would include cases still in the hospital, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So far we've had over 859,024 cases that have an outcome, and out of those cases, over 87% have had a recovery or have been discharged. But we've had 13%, which has been a death.
And those are just the ones that have made it to the hospital. Those are not the ones that have sort of had to get it and recover at home untested, right?
Right.
So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is very, very, very real. We got to get out of here in a few minutes. So I just wanted to, you know, make sure before we go out of here, I want to acknowledge a birthday that will be happening tomorrow. Now, today's show was supposed to be about this birthday. We were going to have a guest here to talk who was close to the man and all this stuff. But we, of course, have to stay where we have to meet the world where it is. So 62 years ago tomorrow, the world was blessed with a genius that played, they say he played more than 50 instruments. His name was Prince Rogers Nelson. And so to celebrate his birthday, to get us out of black gold and to find the one song that I actually really dig and I think it's on message. As I told you, my people, you got 3 choices. You can stay and negotiate, you can stay and fight, or you can get your black ass on the boat. And that's what Prince has for us today. Happy 62nd birthday tomorrow, Prince. This is from 3121. You check what year it was, because you know how big it is. I'm not going to do Prince biography. But get on the boat, baby, and listen to the lyrics to this one. Happy birthday, Prince.
Look outside your window. Tell me now what you see. Coming up the mountain, brought new philosophy. Every single color, every race and every creed. Looking for the truth, y'all. It's gonna set somebody free. Get on the boat. Get on the boat, people. Get on the boat now. nation. People doing what they can to avoid the tribulation that will be great throughout the land. Everything in darkness must come out into the light. When we love each other, it's the only way it's gonna be right. Get on the boat. Get on the boat, people. Get on the boat now. We got room for 100 more. Get on the boat. Oh, yeah. Get on the boat, people. Get on the boat now. Ooh, we got room for 100 more. Good God. Say it again. Bridge. We were meant to live together underneath the sun. I can't think of nothing better. Don't you wanna come on the boat? Never mind what time it is, the party just begun. No te alias, esto momento de inspiration. You can let your head down, let the music move your feet. And mama bring the drama, dance to the beat. Maceo. What's the harm in listening to the hopeful words we say? If it moves your heart, you better get in. Time to leave. Get on the boat, people. Get on the boat now. We got room for 100 more. Dance to the beat, way, way, way. Lead line, horn, hip now.
Rashid pushing me out the door. Rashid is pushing me out the door and he's sending Prince with me. This is the point in the show where we shout out the community partners, the local black businesses. We see you, baby, who are out there providing material and other support to our show. And by extension, Accelerated Radio and Academy, check us out at radioblackgold.com/sponsors. Find out how to be one. We thank you, Kevin Nash, as always, our boss man. Thank you, Miss Bailey, our researcher. Thank you, Rashid. Every week you make it a pleasure. To our loyal and growing audience, we see you. We appreciate you. You are Black Gold. Check back with the website later this week. Check for announcements, big updates, new merch. Every day's a party. Stay alive, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Bye.
Black gold, black gold. You are black gold. You are black gold, black gold. You are black gold.
Black Gold is a production of King Things, LLC, an Accelerated Radio Network, Los Angeles, California.